now let's bring you Climate Focus. Remember, the AM show is sponsored by Waylead Properties, providing quality housing at affordable cost with flexible payment option. Now, in today's Climate Focus series, a third-generation commercial users of charcoal at one of Accra's biggest eateries have shared a heartwarming story of their willingness to abandon charcoal and gully migrate liquefied petroleum gas. That is, they want to migrate to LPG. And this is coming at a time where there are rising concerns over the health and environmental well-being, or what comes with the continuous use of charcoal and firewood for cooking. So for these two sisters, a government commitment to making LPG accessible is all they need to transition, regardless of the cost. And James Aveji has the rest of the story.
The German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ, in 2023 revealed in a research that firewood and charcoal contribute at least 39% of source of energy for cooking in Ghana. This means about 100,000 football fields of trees are cleared every year for firewood and charcoal. To find out more, I visit a chopper here in Accra to hear their story. I meet Nanama and her sister Sandra, a third-generation owners of the popular heavy-do chopper.
49 years ago, we started with firewood. That's what we started with. And then we moved from firewood to charcoal. And the reason was firewood produces a lot of heat and then a lot of smoke. And working around the environment is very hot because of the excessive heat the firewood produces. So we moved to charcoal. So when we moved to charcoal and then technology also came in and technology was growing, we moved from charcoal to gas. So we stopped charcoal and moved to gas.
So why did they switch back to charcoal after finding comfort in LPG?
I think 10 years back we had some gas shortage in Ghana. So we bought 2 bags of charcoal and we used it to cook. So after cooking we realized that the cost of using the charcoal was a bit okay than the gas. So that was when we introduced the use of the gas and the charcoal at the same time. Yes.
A decade-old energy and green transition minister John Abdullah Jinapo reveals another LPG shortage in Ghana 4 years ago worsened the situation.
2021 and 2022, because LPG prices increased by over 80%, the consumption of LPG declined by about 12%. And then the consumption of wood fuels also increased astronomically. And so it's not just an economic burden, it's also a health issue, it's also an environmental issue.
The problem, however, is beyond cost. The persistent allegation of cheating at the refilling stations is also another challenge to customers.
We had some challenges. One, sometimes when you go to the gas station to fill the cylinders, it doesn't get full, but you pay the full amount. We've used it for some time, and then we know when we fill this kg, it can do this and this and this. But sometimes when you can, maybe you have like 12.5 kg, you know you can cook about 3 pots of cassava. But you end up cooking 1.5 and it's finished. And you're like, why? What's wrong? What's going on?
By now, Nanama, her sister, and their mother had taken a business decision: minimize the use of LPG and increase charcoal. As a result, they take delivery of hundreds of bags of charcoal every week, especially from the eastern region.
This is how the pot is. And so this is cassava and plantain in here. So in a day, we can use 1 bag to cook 3 of this, depending on how good or the quality of the of the charcoal, and then the quality of the cassava. Some of the cassavas too, they are very hard, so you need more charcoal to. So you need more charcoal to help it cook. So it depends on the quantity of the quality of the cassava and then the quality of the charcoal. Okay, so we have 12.5 kg, which cost us 260 cedis. And with this, it takes us 2 days. So every 2 days, we need to fill it and use.
But you use it for what?
For just warming the food. We don't use it to cook. to just keep the soup warm. And with this, it costs 500 and something, so I'm not that sure. And it takes us for a week just to warm the food. But if you are to use this to cook the pot of cassava, you can do 3 to 4 on an average, depending on how soft or how hard the cassava is. But when the cassava is hard, you can do 3. Yes, 3. But like a normal cassava, we can do 3 to 4 on an average.
Which would mean that you are using more than 500 cedis to cook just 3 to 4 pots of cassava.
Which 1.5 bag of charcoal can do that.
Which will be like 180 cedis.
Yes.
If a bag is 120.
120, yes, 180 cedis. So you see the cost involved. That's why we are falling on the charcoal.
It has emerged, however, that this is not only posing threats to the environment, but to the human health as well. Speaking at a National Clean Cooking Policy Framework workshop in Accra in March 2025, Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority in charge of technical, Dr. Sheila Addo, revealed that the charcoal and firewood usage kills at least 17,000 Ghanaians every year.
The IEA estimates that this figure at 3.7 million annually, with women and children most at risk, people who are usually exposed to health challenges. In Ghana, it is projected that unclean cooking methods claim about 17,000 lives annually, including 2,000 children.
I put this concern to Nanama for her reaction.
Well, okay, if they are going to put in good measures to control the price of gas, and then when we also go to the gas station to fill our cylinders, if they'll be truthful to us and then give us what we've paid for, I think we would also stop the use of charcoal and then focus on the gas. But if this is the case that I feel the charcoal is more beneficial to me than the gas, I would go for the charcoal every time.
Regardless what
the government or what whoever may say about, yes.
Even if it poses health threat to you?
Well, with health threats, I understand you perfectly, but as I said, the gas is too expensive. I end here every week, we fill our gas cylinders like 10,000 Ghana cedis every week. Yes.
10,000 cedis?
Yes, every week.
For now, Nanama, on behalf of her sister, has pledged willingness to go back to operate fully on LPG regardless the cost, but on condition that government will revamp the cylinder recirculation model to make access more convenient.
The availability, we don't want any shortage, because when there's no gas, I still have to fall on charcoal to produce my food. And then 3, at first we used to have big cars coming around to fill the gas for us, but now they don't come again.
The recirculation thing.
Yes, you have to hire a car, put in your cylinders, go to the station, join a queue to fill up your gas, and you come back. It's so stressful. If you don't get a car, you can't go and fill your gas. So if that initiative is reintroduced, I think it's going to help us, and then it's going to promote our work too.
So you are sure if government is able to do all of this, at least you are ready to sacrifice the use of the charcoal and go for the gas if it will give you the full convenience?
Oh, yes, if government should listen to our cry, why not? We would stop the use of charcoal due to the other health hazards it has on us. We'll stop using it and then we'll fall on the gas to produce our food.
The ball is now in government court to take a decisive policy decision to win the hearts of Ghanaians to embrace LPG, to protect the environment against climate change. James Savage's report for Joy News.
Climate Focus is brought to you by Joy News in partnership with Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging gaps for positive youth development, and the Climate Development Knowledge Network.